All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny Phoenix. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series ends season number 1, 2024, tonight here at Phoenix. There are 2 drivers in the hunt for the championship, and it's 120 laps here tonight at the dog leg, baby. Who's got what it takes to bring home the championship, and who's got what it takes to bring home the win? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's Phoenix tonight. Man, wouldn't it be nice to be in Phoenix, huh? 120 laps here, and it's race number 10 of the season finale. And it is all live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Good one here for you tonight, and could be a big one for one of these 2 drivers here. Might have a new winner here tonight, but we are going to crown a champion. In tonight's race, after tonight's race, I should say. 120 laps here tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here and watching the race. As always, already got some chatters in here. Claudio, Jesus, Givaldo in here. Greeting us, of course. We got a little bit of Brazil, a little bit of Spain in here. So good to see those guys and wish them the best of luck. I don't know where Jesus is out here. He's got to get in. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's in here in the team speak. So he's out tonight. Looks like got 17 drivers. So big field here. Keep our fingers crossed for a good, clean race here tonight. And again, the final race of the season. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. How about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting? Those are also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. No matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with servers in close to your area, so your best pings for your race league. And that's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. You get a quick link to our Discord server. That's where we do most of our business. We got a lot of different racing going on here. We do a little bit of everything, mainly stock cars. We do some Indy cars, GT3, PTCC, multi-class racing, a little bit of everything here at High Octane Racing League, of course, in the RF2 platform. So join us over there at HighOctaneRacing.net. Thanks so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel tonight. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Let everybody know what's going on here at TurnLeftTV. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Always looking for some new subscribers. And don't forget to smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. So appreciate all the support. Cannot believe I got this many subscribers. Really amazing. And I feel honored that each and every one of these guys come out here, and gals, come out here and watch races and support the channel. I really appreciate that. Looks like we are in the practice session here right now. About 8 minutes left to go in practice. Take a look at the 47, Dennis Judichin. He has such an international flavor here, man. I'm looking at the driver list here. We've got United States, Canada, Brazil, Spain, Ukraine, Russia, Indonesia as well. All out here on the track racing as friends tonight. These guys really respect each and every one of the other drivers, and that's a really cool thing about this race league here at High Octane Racing. And speaking of racing, man, we got some more racing headed your way this weekend. Tomorrow, we'll be right back here at Phoenix in the Saturday Night Thunder for the final race of the season, 120-lap race in the Cup cars. The big boys going to get out and race, and I will get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and see if I can't compete with these bad boys. Usually, I do okay. So we'll see how we do tomorrow. If you'd like to come out and join us, don't forget to follow us over in the Discord server. We'd love to have you. Well, it is the final race of the season here tonight, and of course next week we'll just start a brand new season. But we've got a points battle brewing here. Take a look at the standings. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Just a little bit of a lead coming into the final race of the season. Craig Marizan sits in the second position. Dennis Udichin is third. Franco Alvarez fourth. Sean Jacobs is fifth. See John Stanley, Gordon Carter, Ritsky Novar, Dana Grover, Gilmar Peixoto rounding out the top 10. Take a look at page number 2. Givaldo there heading up that page in P11. Steve Pierce 12th. Eugene Fedorov 13th. 14th is Archie Vieta and Tony Furtado. 15th is Dan Richter, Todd Robillard, Jelson Neto, Alexei Salviev, and Preston Hassel rounding out that top 20. And there, page number 3 of there, Jesus Iglesias, Ed Palumbo, and Chris Hughes. Those guys part-time drivers here at in season number 1. So 19 points separating P1 and P2, and the battle is between Bardelli Jr. and Craig Marizan. And when you look at the top 2 in practice, look who it is. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Craig Marizan. Hey, let's take a look at the track here at Phoenix. Man, this thing is a beast, baby. I think it's 5 turns. I've said that before. 4 turns? I don't think so. It's actually a mile in length, 1.6 kilometers in length. And then, man, a little bit of banking here. Progressive banking, 1 and 2, 10 to 11 degrees. Turn 3 is 8 degrees of banking, roughly 8 to 9 in turn 4. The dog leg, that's turn 5 for me. A little bit of banking there. You got to stay up on the track. Can't go below the lines in the dog leg. No cutting the track there. Some leagues let you do that. We do not do that. You got to stay above the line. And that tightens things up in the dog leg, of course. Back stretch and the front stretch there. A little bit of banking as well in those 2 areas of the track. Get some chatters in here, of course. I mentioned some of the guys that are out here racing tonight, out here in chatting already. And as I put in here, final race of the season number 1 tonight. 2 drivers battling for the championship, and Bardelli Jr. leads with Craig Marizan just 19 points back in second. So with this big field, it is possible that Marizan got a shot here. Marizan definitely got a shot here tonight, and it all depends on, he's going to have a little luck on his side, of course, and maybe some bad luck for Bardelli Jr. Of course, Bardelli Jr., he's not one to play it safe either. I mean, he wants to get the race win. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes out here tonight with these guys. I am excited about this race, so hopefully everybody keeps it clean and we don't have a lot of caution flags here tonight. But this should be fun. Hey, man, we got some more fun racing starting the week off on Tuesday with Bristol Motor Speedway. Race number 4 in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. Yeah, the Craftsman trucks, baby. We call them the Tough Trucks, 140-lap race. And it should be a good one. Man, we had a great broadcast last week. A little bit smaller fields here on Tuesdays, and I think until the time change, once we get the time change, things will be a little bit better there. We'll be only +1 to our Brazilian contingent, our South American contingent. I didn't see Franco Alvarez there. Oh, yeah, Franco, I forgot to mention him. Speaking of the South American, he's an Argentinian driver here, too, so I got to throw him in there. So moving down the list, Gordon Carter also, he's a Canadian driver. He's going to move down the list. I missed the Argentinian. Franco Alvarez does some painting for us here, and does a great job, man. Really not a lot of folks out there can compete with that painting that Franco Alvarez does. All right, man. Well, on the phone there, on the chat with the admin here, just to make sure we got everything straight. So these guys headed over to the qual session. Little qual now, boys. All right, qual's underway. Quals will be underway here. It looks like Preston Hassel going out there. It looks like we got a couple guys already on the track. And this is Alexei Salviev in the 72 car. Right now, Salvia with a 26.627. Fast there for him. And you can dip below the, you cut the dog leg there in quals. Bruno's setup shop in here too. We're rooting on Alexi. 926.626. Alvarez now, 26.406. Salvia with that second lap is P2. How about Archer Vieta? I hear he might have a new paint scheme coming out here pretty soon. He's switching the Fords over to a, he's got a Camaro. Is he switching to a Ford? Oh, wait a minute. He's going to have a new paint scheme there. Two separate things. Alvarez to the top here. Marizan second. Salvia is third. Hassel fourth. Stanley is fifth. Let's see where Archer Vieta lands. $26,507 for Archer. P2, baby. Oh, looking good there for him. How about Ed Palumbo in the 54? So Alvarez back to the top. Vieta second. Marizan third. Salvia is fourth. Hassel fifth. And let's see where Ed Palumbo lands. Right now, sixth for Ed Palumbo with a 26.684. Dana Grover in the 89. Cracks VR sponsored machine. Cracks VR in here doing some chatting. Providing a place to race there in that Calgary area for sim racers. Let's see, we're 26.841 right now, 10th on the grid there for Dana Grover in the 89. Let's see where lap number 2 gets him. A little bit slower there in sectors 1 and 2. Let's see if he can improve that time. 26.979, 10th on the grid. Good top 10 qual run there for Dana Grover. Jesus Iglesias. Jesus Barbecue Iglesias out on the grid here with the Orange Crush sponsored Chevy Camaro. In a 3.79 is the time to beat. Got some work to do. About almost 3/10 off there. 26.706. At 3/10 off right now. He's got some work to do here on lap number 2. A little bit slower there. 27.061. So, about 3/10. So his first lap was like a little bit faster here. Todd Robillard out of the track here in the Sunoco sponsored Camaro. 26.715 for him in lap number 1. He's got some work to do in that Sunoco Ultra Camaro, number 90 car. Get it down below the line there in the dog leg, and quals is permitted. Oh, wow, way up there near the wall. 26.782. P9. So P9 starting position for him. Iglesias in P8. So it looks like maybe Gordon Carter, Ritsky Novar have elected not to qualify. That looks like that is going to be at it for them as far as quals are concerned. And we'll have a driver's meeting. Again, thanks so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. And let's get this party started. All right, welcome back here to TurnLeftTV. In case you're just joining us, tonight is the final race of season number 1, 2024 style, of course. 120 laps here tonight at Phoenix. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And I've got a good field here joining us tonight. A good set of viewers out there, too. Like Bruno's setup shop joining us for the first time, or at least chatting for the first time. So good to see Bruno here tonight. Again, right, these guys are right now still in the qualification session with just under a minute, about a half a minute or so left to go. And they'll be switching over to the warm-up session. And we'll take a look at the qualification results when that happens. Don't forget that we got some more racing headed your way tomorrow night. We'll be right here back at Phoenix, but we'll be in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Cars. Race number 10, the final race of that season. And I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with the boys. 120 laps, they got my work cut out for me at Phoenix. So going from broadcaster to driver on Saturday night. If you'd like to join us, type in that Discord address there and say hello, and we'll get you set up. All right, these guys have switched over to the warm-up session. Let's take a look at the session results here in quals. Tonight, starting on the pole is Franco Alvarez, Team Swoop, the 26.379. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies in the second position. Argentina third. Craig Bearzon qualifies in the fourth position. So you see those points battlers right there, P2, P4. Going to start there in the same row on the outside. Row number 3 will be Alexei Salviev and Preston Hassel. Ed Palumbo, Jesus Iglesias, P7, P8, row number 4. Todd Robillard and John Stanley, top 10 qual session there for him. Start in 9th and 10th. Qualifying in the 11th position is Tony Furtado in the 9. Dana Grover qualifies in 12th. Gilmar Peixoto in a 71 qualifies P13. Dennis Schuderton in the 47, 14th. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 qualifies in the 15th position. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 qualifies P16. And guys who have decided not to qualify and start in the back are Gord Gard in the 2X and Ritsky Novar in the 10. I don't have a schedule posted here for the next season, but rest assured the next season starts next week and we'll be at Bristol. We're generally following the Stockcar, the NASCAR schedule when possible. I don't think I'll be doing Circuit of the Americas, to be honest with you. Nobody wants to do that track. I don't say nobody, but not very many people want to do that track. Let's put it that way. So next week we'll be at Bristol here in the Buschwackers series for a brand new season, season number 2, 2024. Again, take a look at the chatters in here. Claudio, of course, we caught up with him. Tracks VR. Thanks for keeping us all entertained up there in Calgary, Canada. Hopefully it's warm up there, man. I know there's some crazy hockey fans up there. Calgary Flames, as I understand it. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I think I know the Calgary Flames. Of course, Dana Grover talks about playing hockey and whatever else they do when it's cold and frozen up there. Hopefully it's a lot of sim racing, right? Again, if you don't have a sim rig, no problem. But go to, if you live in that Calgary area, go to Tracks VR. These guys will set you up with your weekly race or whatever you want to do. Bruno's setup shop here. Good memories from the first IndyCar season. Yeah. Gordon Carter going to have a new paint scheme coming up very, very soon for the next season, I believe. So he does a great job painting, so he decided to go to this 2X generic scheme here we have for new drivers. About 6 minutes left in the warm-up session. Get your picks in tonight. Race winner pick. That could be an interesting one, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to get that out there. I'm going to put it out. The race winner pick, I think, is going to be Franco Alvarez. In the 83 tonight. He's there in the Bass Pro Shops, number 83, so keep your eye on him. Wish we'd have pit boards. Oh, I mean, step a little bit. Look at that, man. Get that backwards number there on the opposite side. They got to figure that out, huh? This game's a little quirky. Champion pick. Champion pick. I am going to take the low-hanging fruit on this one and go to Bardelli Jr. because I think we got to really look at that points lead coming into tonight. I mean, if it was all even points-wise coming into tonight, it'd be a toss-up for me. But I really think with Bardelli Jr. having a 19-point cushion, a lot's going to have to go wrong for Bardelli Jr. and right for Craig Marizon to be able to pull off the championship. But it can be done. But I'm going to go for this easy pick here, I think, tonight, given the points separation here. Now, I don't know how to do that math, Bardelli Jr. I know you're asking me there. I'm not a math guy, man. I'm a biology teacher. I'm an anatomy and a biology teacher. And I had a rough week this week. My God, man. Jesus says he accepts Bitcoin. Okay. Hey, my Ethereum Classic has been skyrocketing here, so I'm digging that. Check the status on that. It was doing pretty well here in the last week or so, so I've been very pleased to see what's going on with that. Looking pretty good for me. I might get to retire early, baby. Who do you take out, basically? Who does he take out? I know one guy you're not going to hit. That's me, because I'm not on the track. What are we going to call that, Jesus? What kind of move are we going to call that? Get barbecued? Get some barbecue sauce on you. Call Jesus barbecue. He ended up in the wall one time on fire. He was on skewered in the wall. He couldn't get out, and he says, I am barbecue. So he's got that nickname now. Good to see Preston Hassel here in the 27, man. BK joining us here. Oh yeah, I forgot Jesus got a new PC. Forgot about that. I'm excited about this race here tonight, man. Really am. Hopefully these guys behave themselves a little bit early in the runs and maybe get a little bit aggressive to go for a race win here in that second half of the race, or maybe 3/4 through the race. You know, track position might be pretty important here, but early on you can really get yourself in a big amount of trouble. Claudio Bardelli Jr. says, I accept donations. Speaking of donations, I've got a donate button in the description of this race, by the way, if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV or High Octane Racing League. I should say me here at TurnLeftTV, which I own both of those. Appreciate that. Thanks to all those folks who have donated. Also, don't forget to click on my Sim Lab website link. Got that in the description of the race too. I'm an affiliate through them, so help me out there by clicking on that link. In the description of the race, I own a Sim Lab race rig, a GT1 Evo race rig. I appreciate you guys helping me out by clicking on that. All right, boys and girls, this is about that time, isn't it? It's about that time. You got your picks in? Can't pick it on last lap here. Well, here we are tonight. It is the final race of the season here in the Buschwackers Series. 18 drivers joining us tonight here at Phoenix. All right, we'll take a look at the starting order. Tonight, P1, Franco Alvarez. Starting in the second position is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Archiviero starts in P3. Craig Marzon starts in the fourth position in the 60 car. Starting in fifth is Alexi Salvieva in the 72. Preston Hassel, that 27 car, will start sixth. Ed Palumbo in the 54. Jesus Iglesias in the 22. P7, P8. Starting in the ninth position is Todd Robillard in the 90. John Stanley starts in the 10th position. Tony Furtado starts 11th. Dana Grover will start in the 12th position. Starting in 13th will be Gilmar Peixoto. Dennis Uderchin in the 47 starts 14th. Eugene Fedorov in that 84 Snow Maiden machine starts in 15th. And Givaldo Spindola starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th is the 2X of Gordon Carter. Ritsky Novar in the 10 starts in P18. My keys to the race here tonight. Man, respect the dog leg, baby. Manage those tires. Be cognizant of your track position. Make sure your pit stops are on point. And be patient here tonight, man. If you're not patient, you are in trouble. All right, here we go.
Go, go, go.
We're off. Green flag here at Phoenix for the final race of season number 1. And Franco Alvarez leading the field. Claudio Bargelli Jr. in second. Marizon up to the 3rd position. Nose to tail there, about 5 positions back. And Alvarez leads lap number 1. Salviev on the move there. A little bit of contact maybe earlier here, but 72 trying to move up. Alexei Salviev on board here with him down the front stretch, running in the 5th position in that 72 car. Got a new paint scheme. Running behind the 4 of Artur Vieira. I think that makes things a little bit better when they cannot dip below the line here. And Salviev starting to put a little pressure here on Vieira. Little gap there between P5, P6. Preston Hassel in the 6th position in the 27 car. Jesus Iglesias behind, looking to get around Ed Palumbo. And to take a look out there, Ed Palumbo holds him off. Ed Palumbo in that 7th position in the 54 car. Iglesias running in P8 in the 22. Tony Furtado and Dana Grover here battling for a position. Tony Furtado right now running in the 11th spot. Dana Grover running in P12, and Grover down to the inside. Through the tri-oval, through the dog leg. And now side by side there is Ritsky Novar also battling in this mix. And Furtado on that outside line able to hold on to that spot. Take a look at here. Jesus Iglesias down to the inside here. What's happened to him?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag. We have got a yellow flag. And it looks like maybe Givaldo's come off track there. Also looks like the 2X, Gordon Carter, might have been involved as well. The first caution flag. These guys started to decide they wanted to race a little bit. Franco Alvarez will take the caution. Let's take a look and see what happened here to bring out the caution. So Givaldo on the outside. Oh, the car just gets loose on him. And then, right there, the 2X. Gordon Carter trying to miss, and he gets into the inside wall. Better off here. We'll take a look out of the front of his car as Givaldo spins. And then looked like the 2X had gotten into him trying to get by. But Gordon Carter had a tough break there as well. On board here with Gordon Carter, you see the spinning. He gets down to the inside, but man, kind of an awkward spot, and then gets into the wall. Wow. Right here, Gordon Carter, he's going to try to miss that. He gets on the binders in really an awkward spot. And you're really up on the wheel there trying to navigate through that corner anyway, and then Gordon Carter making contact with the wall. As we go back to live here. We got some pit stops underway. Bardelli Jr., the leader, Ritsky Novar in second, Yuderchin third, Fedorov is fourth, Alvarez fifth. So Marzan has pitted. He's now back in P11 right now. And that's interesting. I mean, that's a pretty significant amount of track position he's given up. So Marzan giving up some track position maybe to come down pit lane and take some service. He's now back out in P11. Bardelli Jr., the leader. I think we're going to be pretty calm here. I just think maybe the car got a little bit loose. Right now, Gordon Carter is on pit lane. Now, we've got Tony Furtado's lost his connection here, so he's off the race. It looks like Gordon Carter now going to come back out after making pit stops here. So he's now in P17. He got some repairs done to that machine. Givaldo will start at the end of the longest line. The rule in the Buschwackers series, if you cause a caution flag, you get a longest line penalty. So Bardelli Jr. has elected to take that inside line. We got some guys coming down pit lane here late with Fedorov, Yuderchin, Novar. Yuderchin on pit lane, taking some service as we're getting the one to go. And that's kind of late there, man, to be coming down pit lane. Those guys are really not too worried about track position right now, I believe. It's early in the race. So now Bardelli Jr., Alvarez side by side. Bardelli Jr. going to get those points for leading, by the way. So that's some valuable points there to give him a little bit more of a cushion on his bid to win the championship. Marzan starts in the 8th position after those guys ducked down pit lane, so he's improved. He's starting, on this restart up 3 spots. We'll see here as they get ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go,
All right, back to green. Bardelli Jr. gets a good jump there. Preston Hassel in this mix. He's got a good start. He's in P3 on this restart. Alvarez down to the inside. He wants to lead. He is all over the back of Bardelli Jr. Side by side there, you see 54 and the 90 side by side. Ed Palumbo wanting to move up there. The 90 car holding on to that spot. Ed Palumbo on the inside, running in the 6th position. Craig Marzan in that 60. Remember, he came down pit lane, took some fresh tires, some service to that machine, so he might have a little bit better deal. And he's down to the inside. Ed Palumbo on a Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. Going to let Marzan go. That Magpul Dynamics sponsor machines. A couple Camaros there working together. Just behind Ed Palumbo, a couple Toyotas. Salviev and Grover. And that is P8, P9. Some racing going on here on the restart. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car getting by Givaldo in that 68. Fedorov trying to move his car forward. Now up to the 15th position. This is a tight run here. This is where IB just nose to tail for the most part, but looks like Doc Robillard loves that outside line. He is now battling another cagey veteran, and that is the 4 of Archer Vieta. Vieta tried to slam the door there on Marizon. And Vieta came over and slammed the door on Marizon. He did not want to give up another spot, and that caused Marizon to check up a little bit. You see Marizon back into 6th position. Vieta is in 5th spot, and Robillard using this outside line now, starting to put a little pressure there on Preston Hassel. Wow, what a pass. Go back and take a look at that. You see right there that 90 using the outside line to get around the 4, and Marizon wanted to sneak through and not able to do it. Take a look at this battle here. We've got a 3-way battle for position. Ritsky Novar, John Stanley, and Dennis Unigin. This is a parking lot right now. And a 10 coming out there, Raven Puff sponsor machine, one of our Indonesia drivers. And that is Ritsky Novar. John Stanley says, hey man, I don't want to follow Dennis Unigin, but Unigin's got that spot. Unigin now trying to work his way up to Ritsky Novar. Greg Marizon battling Todd Robillard. Marizon has his eyes set on a championship. And he is now getting around the 90 car. 90 car really went out gangbusters there on that restart on the outside line. He might be starting to give up a few positions here. So Craig Marizon now up to P5. Robillard back to P6. Kelly Jr. nose to tail there with Alvarez. Preston Hassel working this P3 position, but Archer Vieta is sideways coming around the corner. Archer Vieta got that car sideways. Looked like he was trying to dip below the 27, and that car was cattywampus right there. Little Ford versus Chevy action. Alvarez starting to peek around on the outside, looking for an opening. He likes this outside stuff. And he is trying to get that car just above the 19. He wants to lead. Preston Hassel to the inside there, put a little block on. Look at this, the 83. KG veteran now going down to the inside, battling Bardelli Jr. side by side. Couple South American drivers here getting frisky. Bardelli Jr. working it outside. Oh, Bardelli Jr. made some contact with the outside wall. Bardelli Jr. contact with the outside wall, scrubbing off some speed as Alvarez got what he needs to take that fast Pro Shop sponsor machine around Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. got into the outside wall. Oh, and he's pinching him down a little bit. He's got to run. Alvarez had to get out of the throttle. And Bardelli Jr. inches ahead just a little bit. He's going to lead that lap. Wow, what a recovery. What a recovery. Mark Vieta says, I am tired of following this AMD sponsor machine. And Vieta now up to P3. And he sets his sights back on the front runners. And they are side by side. Across the start-finish line. Bardelli Jr. leads that lap. On board here with Vieta. Running in third. Closing in on these bad boys. Those guys using up their tires, racing each other. And Vieta, another KG veteran. With a South American contingent. P1, 2, and 3. Preston Hassel has his hands full right now with Craig Marizon side by side. Hassel using that outside, and Marizon tucks in. Good battling here. Gilmar Peixoto and Ritsky Novar battling the 71. Peixoto on the outside line. That Pixbot sponsor machine. Pixbot. Oh, it looks like Pixbet. Another Franco Alvarez creation there, as now Novar's got to play a little defense there on with Dennis Unichin. Unichin in this mix. John Stanley also here, so good battling here. Peixoto, Novar, Unichin, and Stanley. That is P11 through 14. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias. And out there by himself, running into 10th position. Gilmar hoping to close in on Iglesias. Iglesias, Orange Crush number 22. Got a new PC. Taking on Robillard here, running in the 90 car. He really had a good start there, working the outside line, but has not been able to capitalize on that. He is running in the 6th position. It might be just a waiting game here for him. He's usually around at the end of the race. Finds his way to get that car up front. The 54 Mela Yellow sponsor machine also right there as well. A couple Camaros, P6, P7. Alexei Salviev starting to close in on these guys. He's in the Toyota, the 72 car, one of our Russian drivers. And he is battling the KG veteran there at 54 at Palumbo, hailing from the great state of New York. John Stanley. Oh, John Stanley getting into the outside wall. John Stanley got into the outside wall, and Fedorov tried to sneak through. Stanley battling back in that diehard sponsor machine. John Stanley in the diehard sponsored Ford got into the outside wall. Take a look here. You see him making contact with the outside wall. Fedorov makes some move there to get around, not able to pull it off. On board here with him is to see the 12 battling back on the outside. Archer Vieira. Oh, Vieira making contact with the outside wall. Archer Vieira made contact, a little bit of right side contact, did not really slow him down. He's battling Alvarez. And that Bardelli Jr. wants to see that. And Alvarez sneaking back by, so maybe Vieira might have damaged that car. Take a look here as right there, contact for the 4 into the outside wall through the dog leg. And you take your eye off the 8 ball, getting into the dog leg, it is easy to get into the wall. And Alvarez reclaiming that position. I would say the 4 car probably has a little bit of damage he's dealing with now. And that's going to allow Preston Hassel and that crew to close in. Take a look at Eugene Fedorov here in the 84. He's running in the 15th position. You're 34 laps in. Got a lot of racing to go, and I think we're probably going to have some green flag pit stops here fairly soon. And the Snow Maiden sponsor, number 84. He's a punk rocker, man. Just ahead of him as we got a battle there between John Stanley and Gilmar Peixoto. Dennis Unichin in this mix as well. Fedorov to the inside. He's going to use that opening there that John Stanley created. Oh, the 22 into the inside wall. Hard contact for him. He comes back on the track. John Stanley misses. Holy smokes, did you see that? Jesus Iglesias. Big time damage there for him. That hood went a-flying, and those guys did a great job of avoiding, but Jesus Iglesias, he's got some major damage to that car. Wow. Let's take a look at Jesus Iglesias here. He is down below Ritsky Novar. He dives into the turn. Novar working the outside, and there's contact. No. But Oh, Iglesias into the outside of it. Wow, slamming into the inside wall. That was a hard look. John Stanley does a great job, and 71 also trying to get around as well. Those guys did a great job of missing that stuff. Wow. Holy Toledo. Go back and look at that. He'll take a look out of the front of John Stanley's machine. Watch this. Out of the front of his machine, you see that contact a little bit there ahead, but Iglesias just misses the exit of that corner and then slam it into the. Watch this move. Watch this move. Oh, there was contact there with Peixoto, too. And Stanley getting through. What a move. What a good job by Peixoto hanging on that as well. Franco Alvarez now back up to the race leader. Alvarez to the inside, and Bardelli Jr. looking like he's a little tight there coming off the corner. And Alvarez, that Bass Tracker, Bass Pro Shops Tracker boats and RVs or whatever, ATVs. As you can see, I can't afford a bass boat. And he is back. He is to the race lead as Bardelli Jr. is in P2. Battling here, Alexei Salviev, Todd Robillard. Little Toyota versus Chevy. Salviev into 72 on the outside. Todd Robillard in the 90 on the inside. And Salviev's going to pick up that spot. Now up to P7 as Robillard back to P8. Eugene Fedorov in the 84. John Stanley might have boogered up those tires there, missing Jesus Iglesias. And Eugene Fedorov getting by. Stanley now falls back to the 12th position, or the 13th position. And I would say that Iglesias is going to have to come down pit lane. He's just trying to salvage something. He's back to P15. As we're taking a look at the Franco Alvarez, our leader. And I really think that you're going to have to think about making a pit stop here. He's hoping for a caution flag, I believe. And we're starting to hear some guys going to be coming down pit lane. And I believe the 90 car, he's making a pit stop here. So the pit stops have started here on lap 42. Todd Robillard in the 90, the first one to come down pit lane. And I think maybe Bardelli Jr. is going to come down pit lane as well. Thinking Bardelli Jr., I think I heard him on the radio. These guys have to announce one lap ahead of time so guys can make some corrections there, adjustments. They have to announce if they're going to pit. So Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. Franco Alvarez still out there on the track leading. The Bardelli Jr. on pit lane as Franco Alvarez, maybe a little bit better fuel mileage out of this car, is on pit lane. Or is on the track. Bardelli Jr. is on pit lane. Alvarez the leader. Bardelli Jr. running P2, P1, P2 here tonight. Pitting a little bit earlier here on lap now 44. Finishing up that pit stop, coming back out on track. See him rejoining the racing surface, now in the 15th spot. Jomar Peixoto indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So the 71 making a pit stop. 50 mile an hour is pit road speed. Now Franco Alvarez. I think he's going to be coming down pit lane here fairly soon. We'll see. Man, he is up the track a little bit. He might have scraped the wall. Alvarez might have scraped the wall. He's trying to maybe do a fuel mileage strategy here in this 83 car. And it's a fine line. It really is, between fuel mileage strategy, staying out a little bit longer, and getting yourself hurt later in the run. It's a gamble. And that's what makes this this series and this racing fun. Alvarez extending that run. And now he's indicating he's coming down pit lane. Vieira is on pit lane, one of our front runners. So Franco Alvarez indicating he's going to be coming down. You see that car sliding all over the place here, and he is going fast here to get on the pit lane. Oh, my heavens, man. Did you see that? He is driving it on the edge. The 83, he was sideways. And he came off the track to a hit pit road. He's trying to get every inch he can. Vieira finishing up his pit stop. We're taking a look at Craig Marizon, the new race leader. As Vieira finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. And now Marizon coming down pit lane. Craig Marizon making a pit stop. Franco Alvarez, after his pit stop, is in P2. Actually was in P2. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Franco Alvarez shown in the third position. Bardelli Jr. is in second and will assume the race lead, I believe. Take a look at Jesus there on pit lane taking service. Big time damage for him. He's going to be on there a while. Then Bardelli Jr. now the leader. John Stanley in the 12. Doesn't want to go a lap down, but it may end up working out that way for him. Franco Alvarez shown in the second position, about 0.8 of a second back. Bardelli Jr. pitted just a little bit earlier. Preston Hassel shown in third. Robillard fourth. Palumbo is in fifth. Preston Hassel in the 27, running in the third position. Great to see Preston back out on the track. Get caught up with life and so forth. And Robillard up in the outside. He got into the wall, gives up a spot as Ed Palumbo gets by. Now Archie Vieira on the bottom side. Archie Vieira on the bottom side there. Ed Palumbo got by. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. battling now with Franco Alvarez for the race lead. This is for the race lead. Alvarez to the inside. Remember, he pitted a little bit later. Bardelli Jr. didn't want to give it up. John Stanley's got a bird's eye view of this. Jesus says he's got 130 seconds for repair. If you throw me some Bitcoin there, Jesus, I will remove your damage for you as Franco Alvarez makes that pass and reclaims the top spot. So I'm working that with Jesus. Alvarez back to the lead. Robillard had some contact with the outside wall. And Vieira got by. I think Palumbo got by as well. Take a look at this. As Palumbo gets by the 90 as he makes contact with the wall. Robillard talking about how his car is tight, man. You see he's drifting way up the track, and he makes a little... Oh, he doesn't quite get into the wall there, but Palumbo gets by. And that's going to set the stage for Vieira getting by as well. Vieta now working that bottom line as this car is very, very tight here for Todd Robillard, and Vieta getting by. So Robillard starting to give up a couple spots here. Dana Grover here in the 89, and Ritsky Novar battling for position. Iglesias got a new hood on that car. Fresh coat of paint on the 22. He's back out on the track. Now Jesus is 5 laps down after taking repairs, extended repairs. And now the 89, Dana Grover, not for position. Gives up a spot there to Ritsky Novar. Novar now up to P9. Grover back to the 10th position. And Palumbo and Alexei Salviev battling it out here, the 72, and that Toyota trying to get by the KG veteran there of Ed Palumbo, that Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. And Salviev does get by and picks up P5 as Palumbo falls back to the 6th position. Take a look at Craig Marazon. He comes in tonight in the 2nd in points. He's going to need a little bit of help there as Bardelli Jr. running 2nd on the grid right now. Going to need a little bit of help. Ubaldo here is, looks like 2 laps down. Going to let these guys go. Communicating on the radio to those guys. You see the 90 and the 60 both getting by. Looking out of the front of Givaldo's machine at Craig Marazon. Marazon now dipping below the 90 car to make this pass. And now that's 7th position as Robillard falling back to P8. So Craig Marazon in the 60 car, trying to work his way back up to the front. He is in the 7th spot. Look at this battle here. Archie Vieta and Preston Hassel. This is for P3. Hassel in the 27 on the outside. AMD Ryzen sponsor machine falling back to P4 as Archie Vieta working his way. Oh! Archie Vieta working his way into the wall. Working his way into the wall, and that's going to allow Salviev to close in as well. Looking out of the back of Archie Vieta's machine, you see Salviev and Hassel there, P4, P5. And Vieta made some contact with the wall, but didn't scrub off too much speed. We'll see how that shapes out there as Preston Hassel running in the 5th position. Fourth position as Vieta is in 3rd. Look at this, the 60 car says, all right, you say moving to the front? Did you say something about moving to the front? Well, here I go. He gets around at Palumbo. Magpul Dynamics machine on the move. Hit it a little bit later than some of these guys, so who knows? Fresher tires, maybe some fuel strategy. And the 60 car now in P6, setting his sights on P5. That's Alexei Salviev. Eugene Fedorov and Denis Yudichin battling here. Yudichin to the inside. Oh, boy, Yudichin all over the back of Fedorov. Fedorov holding him off, but 47 car dipping down there. Oh, look at that, the 47 down below the 84. Battling here for position. The 84 hold the outside line through the tri-oval. And wow, good racing right there. Denis Yudichin and Eugene Fedorov. Fedorov in that Ford holding on to that spot. Eugene, again, a punk rock drummer. Denis Yudichin in the 47 car. That Toyota trying to hold on to the back of Fedorov. Look at Gordon Carter, man. He's had a tough night here. He got caught up in somebody else's incident. The car has not really been the same. He is 2 laps down, running in the 15th position. Does a lot of car painting for us as well. Got some great talent. We got a battle here up front, up in the 4th position. Look at this side-by-side battle here between the 27 and the 72. Hey, that's a palindrome. That is a palindrome right there. Look at that. They are rubbing all over each other right now. Little AMD Ryzen sponsored paint all over that 72. The palindrome. 72-27. And wow, that got crazy right there. Go back and take a look at that. I think right here, let's look at this. Side by side. There's a 72 on the outside line, crossing the start-finish line into turn one. And then maybe drifted up a little bit. Oh, yeah, there was contact. There was contact right there. And the 72 claiming that spot. Take a look at here. Unichin says, I will give it another shot here on Fedorov. Fedorov gives him a lot of room as that race leader's coming through. And Unichin snuck through. Maybe that room by Fedorov was to allow Franco Alvarez to slip through. And that helped Unichin get by. You kidding me? Watch this. Looking out of the front of Alvarez's machine. He's the race leader. And looks like maybe blue flag indicating the 84 to drift up to the high side, and that lets Unichin get around. And Alvarez, the race leader, now slipping through. But Unichin was the big benefactor on that one, leaving that opening and taking advantage of that. KG veteran there, huh? How many times can I use KG veteran in a broadcast? So far, about 10. Dana Grover here. Quiet night here for him. He's running in the 10th position. Tracks VR sponsor machine. Good top 10 run, but I know he wants a little bit more out of that. But a good top 10 run here for the Fireball Flash, a.k.a. Dana Grover. Running in the 10th position. He is the last car on the lead lap. Look at this. Ritsky Novar and Todd Robillard. Robillard having a lot of handling trouble right now with that Sunoco Ultra sponsored Camaro, as the Toyota Raven Puff sponsor machine gets by. Ritsky Novar now up to P8. Robillard back to 9th. Salviev on the move. Remember, Vieta had made some contact with the outside wall. Maybe has a little bit of damage to that machine as out the 72 getting by the 4. Salviev, IndyCar extraordinaire. He is an aficionado, baby, in that IndyCar. And now out here mixing it up in the stock cars in P3. Looking good there for Alexei Salviev, picking up another spot. Vieta gave him a lot of room. This battle not over here as Fedorov and Unichin battling it out here. We'll take a look at it here. So after Alvarez had gotten by, Fedorov trying to reclaim that spot as Unichin gotten around and said, I don't want to be snookered here by you, buddy. And he's all over the back of Fedorov. Fedorov now, all over the back of Unichin. Now Unichin sort of inching ahead a little bit. And maybe some connection. Give the word that maybe there was a pass made here. Look at this. Ritsky Novar and Ed Palumbo battling. Ed Palumbo in the 54. This is for the 7th position. Ritsky Novar in the 10 to the inside. Palumbo using all of that track there to come down there and try to hold off the 10, but the 10 does get by. So Novar now up to P7 as Ed Palumbo back to the 8th position. Dana Grover on the pit lane, it looks like. Here a little bit earlier, so Grover on pit lane in the 90. As we take a look at our race leader, so Grover is making a pit stop here on lap 78. Alvarez the leader. Grover now finishing up his pit stop, now back out in P14. A little bit earlier pit stop. Been very quiet night here for Dana Grover. Maybe trying a little bit of strategy. Working that calculator a little bit. Take a look at Dana Grover after rejoining. He is now in P14, 2 laps down. Now he's hoping for these guys to get through the cycle and put him back on the lead lap. He was the last car on the lead lap as he made pit stop. And on those fresher tires, getting around the 84. Gilmar Peixoto here running in the 13th position. He's 1 lap down. And we are getting some word that guys are coming down pit lane. Preston Hassel indicating he's going to be pitting this time. Also the 90 going to come down pit lane as well. 40 laps to go. And the AMD Ryzen sponsored Ford Mustang on pit lane here. Take some service. Hassel and Robillard both on pit lane. Bardelli Jr. also coming down pit lane now. That is a big deal. Remember, Bardelli Jr. is the points leader coming into tonight. We'll take a look at Bardelli Jr. as he's going to make his pit stop here. Franco Alvarez, the leader. Remember, he stayed out quite a bit longer on these guys, so he's stretching this, man. You know, he got maybe about 5-6 laps more than these guys on that last run. So Bardelli Jr. Oh, that's fast for Bardelli Jr. He tried to get every split second he can. He got up on the back end of the 84 car as he entered pit lane. Wow. Bardelli Jr. on pit lane here. Team Samba taking some service. As Franco Alvarez is the leader. Now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Quick pit stop there for the 19. Palumbo on pit lane as well. And Palumbo on pit lane, coming off pit lane now, finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. In P11, in the 54 car. Vieta is on pit lane. Archie Vieta into 4. Making a pit stop. Craig Marizon trying to make a pass here on the 10. Marizon on the move in this 60 car. Now up to P3. Now P2 actually as Salviev come off the track. Come make a pit stop. So Salviev and Novar both on pit lane. Novar finishing up his pit stop, coming back out. We take a look at Craig Marizon up to P2. And we're getting some word that Franco Alvarez is going to be coming down pit lane here. Franco Alvarez indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane, and I would expect to see this 83 car diving off the track here pretty soon. And there he goes, the 83. Oh, boy. Oh, man, you got to be careful there. Almost got into the 22. Almost got into the 22 car. Wow. That got a little crazy there. As Alvarez came off track, almost made contact. We'll see here if we can't take a look at Alvarez a little bit later. Take a look at this replay here of Alvarez as he's finished up his pit stop coming back out on track. He's in P2, but we're going to take a look at that pit coming onto pit lane here when he does. Going to take a little review here of he almost got into Iglesias. We're on lap 90 now, and look at that, Iglesias whoa up in a hurry here. Watch this. Alvarez says, whoa, wait a minute here. Woo! And almost missed the commitment cone and got on the brakes. You see leaving some tire there as he got on the brakes pretty hard. Wow. Some drama unfolding, man. He's been lucky he didn't get caught speeding on that. Now we got a battle for the race lead as Givaldo is a lap down car, but Bardelli Jr. takes the inside line. Alvarez on the fresher tires. Alvarez on those fresher tires. We got a battle here between Alvarez and Bardelli. Bardelli the leader. A little bit older tires there, a couple laps older than Alvarez. Alvarez is being aggressive right now. Down to the inside, through the tri-oval, through the dog leg. I should call it the tri-oval, the dog leg. Now Bardelli Jr. still fighting back on the outside line. So great battling there. Look at this battle here. Rinsky, Novar, and Palumbo. This is for the 7th position. And Palumbo on the 54 on the outside line. Novar on the inside line. Oh, we got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag, and I think it actually is Novar who come around. And we'll see what happened here. Oh, boy. We'll see what happened. It looks like Novar and Palumbo got together. Take a look here. And it looked like maybe Novar come up the track a little bit. You have to get another view of that, and Novar into the inside wall. Coming off the turn. Novar drifted up there a little bit. I don't think anything deliberate here. We'll take a look. Back that up a little bit. And you see it's arguing for the same real estate. And then maybe into the 54 car a little bit. Board here with that Palumbo. And there's just some contact there between the two of those guys. And being in the driver's seat there is a little bit different look at it. You guys just arguing for the same real estate, it looks like. Take a look out at the front of Rinsky Novar's machine. Looks like he might have drifted up a little bit and then into the back of go back to live here as we'll take a look at Bardelli Jr. and Alvarez. All right, there. It looks like I will say, that Alvarez and Bardelli Jr. 1-2, Salviev 3rd, Vieta 4th, Robillard 5th. Let's take a look where Marizon is. He is in P8 right now. He's going to need a little help here. But bunching these guys back up is going to help here with 96 laps in. Franco Alvarez is the leader, and man, we got some more racing headed your way. On Tuesday, the Tough Truck Series will be back in action for race number 4. It's Bristol Motor Speedway. Oh, man, beating and banging at Bristol. 140-lap race. These guys will be exhausted. That's coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, March the 12th. We're already almost halfway through March. My gosh, man. Springtime right around the corner. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow in Phoenix. Now get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, come on out and mix it up with us. 120-lap race from Phoenix in the Cup Series, the Saturday Night Thunder. Looks like Alvarez has elected to take the inside line. Bardelli Jr. On the outside. Salviev in P3 on the inside. Vieta is 4th. Robillard, he's gotten that car back up to P5. How about that, man? He's been dropping back. Things felt a little tight for him, so he's got some track position back here. Interesting. Fireball Flash, you're right. Great pit strategy. He's now back up in the mix. It's like in the 6th position. So that worked out in his favor. Sometimes you roll the dice and they work out for you, huh?
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. We're on lap 99. Bunching them back up. Alvarez inching ahead. That's going to leave the door open maybe for Salviev to try to capitalize. But no, Bardelli Jr. goes down to the inside. Look at this, man. Bardelli Jr. trying to inch back ahead. He wants to win this race. He'll be really careful here as now Salviev going to capitalize maybe on the outside. Great battling here. Alvarez, Bardelli Jr. And oh, look at this. They're going to be 3 wide. Oh, my gosh. Alvarez split in the middle there as Salviev trying to look for an opening. They're side by side for P2. Salviev's got a little bit of a run on Bardelli. Bardelli Jr. sends it into the turn. Contact with the 72. Contact with the 72. That 19 is driving the wheels off of this thing. And Marizon says, you keep going, man. Turn that car around, wad that car up, and I'm going to capitalize on that. Salviev going to do a crossover move. Salviev backed out. Let Bardelli Jr. drift up, and now Salviev back down to the inside. Is he going to repay the favor? Salviev, is he going to send it in a turn? Oh, look at this. He drifted up. Oh, man, there's contact, and they spin.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, and I felt that was coming. My gosh, man. And Bardelli Jr. across the track. The 71 gets into it. Why? Oh, why? That guy's racing that hard. Holy smokes. You gotta be kidding me. I had a feeling. We'll take a look here. See what happened. So you see Salviev into 72. Drifting up here a little bit. But Bardelli Jr. does get into the wall. And then comes across the 72. Not that he had a whole heck of a lot of room. And then those guys going across the track and getting into the dog leg. Getting into the wall in the dog leg. Oh, and then contact there for the 71. That hurt. Absolutely hurt. Mark, if you had a look out of the front of his machine, you see Salviev drifting up the track right there. No contact here, but then Bardelli Jr. slams off the wall, gets into the 72. Remember, he drove the 72 pretty hard, and those guys slamming into the wall. Out of Robillard's machine. Right there, contact with the wall, sends him across the track. Salviev saves it. Bardelli Jr. comes back across the track. On board here with Bardelli. Slamming the wall and then getting across the front. Oh, and then hard contact there for him. And we got a horrible camera view for that. And then he comes back across, backs it out here, and then 71, nowhere to go. Contact for him. Right here, we'll take a look at this. Take a look here as he tried to get out. Oh, and then hard contact there for the 71. Really, really hard contact. Gordon Carter here watching from his machine as this unfolds. You see those guys hitting the inside, and poor Giomar, he had nowhere to go. And it just absolute annihilation right there. So Alvarez the leader. That's a big-time wreck there for Bardelli Jr., by the way. Big-time wreck. He is on pit lane taking service. And Craig Marazon has got to be licking his chops right now. If he made it through that, and I think he did, he is up to P5, and he has got to be licking his chops. Wow, wow. All right, we're getting ready to go back green. Wow, that got interesting, huh? Wow. Gilmar, absolutely tough break there for Gilmar. And here we go. Salviev is up front here with the 83 car, who's in P1. Very, very interesting here. So here we go, the 83 and the 72 side by side. Can the 72 be the spoiler here tonight? 4 and the 70 and the 27 side by side. The P3, P4. And Marizon up to P5. Uh-oh. Bardelli Jr. is now 1 lap down in the 12th position. The 83 gets a good jump. Salvia might have a little bit of damage from that contact. And Alvarez gets a good jump there as Salviev tried to get the wheels running on this 72 car, but Artevieta right there, the 27 also there. Starting to wind it down. These guys realize the laps are winded down. 72 and the 4 battling for position. And look who's on the move. Craig Marizon in the 60 car. 54 also in this mix. He's trying to get around the 27 car. He wants to get as many points as he possibly can. Bardelli Jr. back in 12th, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. And now they're side by side as Vieira and Salviev side by side for P2. Vieira holding on to that spot. Robillard to the outside of Dennis Juduchin. This is for the 8th position. Juduchin in the 47 car. He has worked his way up here in the top 10. 10 laps to go. Juduchin in 8th. Robillard is 9th. Robillard's done a great job of sort of recovering a little bit. He had an awful handling car earlier, and he's gotten this car sort of straightened out now. Alvarez has got about a second lead over P2. Preston Hassel, he is starting to push Artevieta a little bit, or excuse me, Salviev a little bit. 60 car has not been able to capitalize, really. He is running in 5th. It could come down to the last lap here. As look at this, Preston Hassel starting to peek around on the inside of the 72. Here's our palindrome again. 72-27. We haven't had one of those in a while. And not able to pull it off there, so Hassel in P4. Take a look at John Stanley. He's got the 12 car up to the 7th position. He lingered back there for a while. Now in P7. Our Canadian drivers called him Staple Gun. Staple Gun Stanley, and that's Stanley Tools, sponsored Ford Mustang. Cracking the top 10, working his way up here to the back of the 54 car. That's starting to bunch up a little bit. Stanley looking for an opening. You know Stanley's going to be really, really patient here. He doesn't make too many risky moves. That battle behind, however, starting to heat up here a little bit as Juduchin's got some company with the 90 and now the 10. Ritsky Novar. Now Novar is in 13th, 2 laps down. Fedorov is, with 5 laps to go, Fedorov back in the 10th position. Dana Grover's falling back to the 11th position. Take a look at Dana Grover. Pit strategy helped him get up that car up to about P6, but now here on this after this caution flag, things have really not worked out for him as well. Alvarez, big lead for him. Big league for Alvarez here. And we'll take a look at our championship run here as Marizan is the top of the two. He is in the 5th position. Got around Ed Palumbo and now finds himself P5. Alvarez is the leader with 3 laps to go. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 2 to go. Marizan got a gift. 2 laps to go as Craig Marizan in P5. Can he hold on to those spots? And Palumbo starting to roll up onto the back of the 60 car. He and John Stanley losing 2 positions could be catastrophic. Alvarez the leader. Last lap for Franco Alvarez in the 83 car. Can Marizan hold off a charge by Palumbo and Stanley? Franco Alvarez through the dog leg. Oh, sideways there. And the final turn as Alvarez wins the race. Well, great job for Franco Alvarez in the 83. We got to figure out a better camera operation. Who's the camera operator? Oh, that's me. So great job to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. And Craig Marizan finishes in the 5th position. And that puts Bardelli Jr., he finishes in 12th in the 19 car. So great job to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. So what a run there for Franco Alvarez. Had to really think that he'd be one of those guys as a favorite to win the race. And great job. And we do not know who the champion is as of yet. We'll find out. All right, so we'll take a look at the session results here. As whoa, that's the qualifiers right. There we go. We'll tell you, Franco Alvarez gets the win. Artevieta finishes second. Alexis Salvia finishes in the 3rd position. Preston Hassel 4th. Craig Marizan finishes in P5. Ed Palumbo 6th. John Stanley finishes in that 7th position. Todd Robillard finishes 8th. Dennis Schuch in 9th. Eugene Fedorov finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in the 11th position, Dana Grover in the 89. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in 12th. Ritzky Novar 13th. Gordon Carter 14th. Jomar Peixoto 15th. Givaldo Spindola 16th. Jesus Iglesias finishes in the 17th position. And Tony Furtado finishes in P18. And congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the win here at Phoenix. You send a quick message off real quick to so what a good race, really, man. We had a couple caution flags, but so we'll see if we can't get Franco up here in the booth. All right, Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and what an interesting race that was, man. Pit strategy a little bit. You stayed out a little bit longer in these guys, and but you know, it was a pretty interesting race. You know, what was your perspective on tonight's race here at Phoenix?
Hey, Mr. Johnson. No, it was a very fun race overall. We had some strong pit strategy, long green flag runs. We had a lot of restarts at the end, so a mix of everything. But in the end, it was a lot of fun.
Well, I don't know how you do it, but it seems like you gamble so much once you come off the track in that little no man's land there before pit entrance. You are really flying. Get the car sideways and so forth. Man, is that something you practice a lot?
I did practice before the quali, and I had a braking point, so I could slow down right before the line. And I was making sure I was not speeding.
Well, you know, Phoenix is a beast in its own. On these restarts, things were a little bit interesting, but it seems to be, you know, the track position was a big thing for you, being up front and being able to sort of, you know, get out there away from these guys battling side by side. And it gave you a chance there maybe to take care of your tires. Am I sort of accurate on that?
Well, that's a great point you're marking. If you notice at the beginning of the race, I was trying to pass Claudio for the lead, and it took me like 30 laps to do so. So yeah, track position was everything today. Like, I was racing Claudio with a lot of respect, knowing he was racing for the championship, but still, it took me like 30 laps to complete the pass. So track position was everything today, and pit strategy paid a lot. Like, with that, I am sure I was saving a pit stop comparing to the field. But hey, an unlucky caution, but a lot of good racing. A lot of side-by-side racing on the restarts, on the long runs. It was very fun overall.
Well, I'm getting the word that maybe a new template, a new Ford coming out, and you've been working hard on the paint schemes there. You know, in case the guys are watching the broadcast that may drive a Ford, you don't have a PSD file here. You want to send out a message to those guys to send that stuff to you.
That's a surprise. Yeah, I did create a new Ford Mustang Dark Horse, the Xfinity series for this month. So I am updating every Ford Mustang I had access to. I am going to ask for the rest of the guys to send me the template. And also, I am creating 7 new paint schemes for 7 drivers of Chevy, Ford, and Toyota. So yeah, the field is going to look very different, very, very close.
I'm going to give you one guess as who the hell has a lot of work ahead of them. Not only you, but also who do you think is going to have a lot of work ahead of them?
I mean, you just need to put the cars on the car set. So.
Right.
Only 1 hour per car, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, Franco. We're going to get Bardelli Jr. in here because he's got to go to bed, you know, and he won the championship. So great job to you, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yeah, congratulations to Claudio. Very well-deserved championship. And he wanted to say thank you for the guys. And he just wanted to say it was a good race. And yeah, he's
back, man. He's gonna say it himself. He came back.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm gonna give him the room. So yeah, thanks for the race, and I hope I see you guys sooner.
All right, Franco. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That's Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and let's see. I think he might have won the championship. We'll see if we can't get him in the broadcast booth here once I pull up his his championship screenshot. I believe I got that. There we go. Claudio Bardelli Jr. We'll pull him down in the booth. All right, Claudio, thanks for coming back. I know it's past your bedtime, but congratulations on another championship for you. And were you a little nervous that you weren't going to be able to pull off the championship after that clash? Claudio Bardelli Jr. Claudio, can you hear me? Well, Claudio's in the broadcast booth, but I can't hear him right now. Yes, his wife his girlfriend, wife took his microphone.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello?
We go. I hear you. Claudio Bardelli Jr., can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hey, let's talk a little bit about that race. Were you a little bit worried that you weren't going to get the championship with that late race caution flag? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm able to get you. The microphone's not working very well here. Maybe you move to another computer.
1 minute.
So while he is working his way to
Hello?
there we go. I can hear you.
Right.
My heavens. Well, congratulations on the championship there, Claudio.
Yeah.
Late race caution flag. Obviously, you and Salviev getting together a little bit. Did you feel like that might have hurt your chances of pulling off the championship?
I'm so, but I
Kind of breaking up here. Breaking up.
hello.
Mike's cutting out.
Oh, sorry. Hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. And this Brazil is very late.
Yes.
I talk too little. And I try to maintain one lap to lucky dog position, but 19 points is comfortable distance. Try to win the race. No rules to no patience, no problem in touch or not. I'm preoccupied in connection, but the rest is problem.
Well, another championship for you, and really showing your dominance here in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers series. You race a lot, and it shows. With your track performance as well. But next week we start off a brand new season at Bristol. Any thoughts about you got the championship under your belt, and now you got a clean slate there starting next week. How do you feel about Bristol coming up for you next week?
Love it, Bristol, Martinsville, Dover.
You like those tracks,
Right,
or you don't
too.
like them?
I believe the stage Franco to a new paint car.
Yes.
Next, I try to.
Yeah, we've been looking for a sponsor that will match the color you sent him. So he sent it to me, and I told him I was colorblind, so it's hard for me to judge that. Well, hey, congratulations, Claudio, and hey, get yourself some sleep, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder.
Yes, that's right. To
All right, man. Parabéns, Claudio. That's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in the booth, and another championship. Sorry about the trouble there he had with the the connection. So that happens sometimes, especially when we're talking to guys across the way, as guys down in South America. So just thankful that he was able to come back in, and very respectful there too. Claudio does a great job, man. I tell you what, that guy always drives on the edge, man. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. I did mention that next week we start a brand new season here in the Buschwackers series. We will be at Bristol. We just go from one season to the next, baby. That's the way we do it. So congratulations to Claudio, and also Franco here for getting the win. Claudio in the championship, and a great job to all those guys. Also Craig Marizon, I want to send out a shout out to him. Really gave it a great run and finished in P2. Tough Trucks will be in action on Tuesday at Bristol Motor Speedway, 140-lap race. Last week we broadcast the race, so we'll see what we got in store for you next week. March 12th, race number 4 at Bristol in the Tough Truck Series. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Phoenix, 120-lap race. Should be a great one. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with the boys. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Love those guys come in here and watch the races each and every week, and also the folks that keep it lively by doing some chatting. We got some folks in here chatting. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Appreciate that. And thanks to all those subscribers. And don't forget to smash that bell, baby. So thanks for coming in here and joining me on the YouTube channel. That's going to do it for me tonight. Congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. for another championship. That's going to do it for me. I am out of here.